Hi guys, and welcome back to the JoBluemann podcast. Now, this is the third time I'm making this video because it is kind of upsetting to me. Okay. Firstly, we had white genocide in South Africa, which the South African politicians and government denied, and anybody who spoke out to them was racist. And we were like the first puppets. The stuff that's happening in America happened to us 30 years ago, odd years ago. The affirmative actions, um, well, America doesn't have the racial murders that we had over here, where white people were targeted, and we had groups of groups of people go out there and give evidence and to the United Nations. Speaking at the United Nations, we had people go all over the world to go and speak to people, to go to the embassies, to go and speak to them, to try and plea that somebody intervenes. And guess what happens? With the Israel conflict, here comes South Africa. Top UN court set to issue preliminary ruling in genocide case against Israel. Brought to you by South Africa. Okay, the International Court of Justice may issue emergency measures ordering Israel to halt military operations in Gaza in response to a case brought by South Africa accusing Israel of genocide. Now, when I say South Africa, I'm a South African. I live in South Africa. I didn't bring anything. I did give money, though, to the guys that took the white genocide of farmers cases to the UN, which nothing happened to, which is a fight that's been going on for 30 years and which the UN did nothing about. But anyway, I guess it's probably, if it's okay if it's a white person being killed and slaughtered in the most horrific ways. It's only when it's somebody else that it's a problem. If it's white people, it's okay. No racism there, eh? No deal fucking standard at all. If the ruling goes against Israel, it is expected to be ignored. But if it would increase political pressure on Israel and its international allies to work towards a ceasefire and provide humanitarian assistance. Guys, when has Israel ever listened to anybody else? Everybody's just been sucking off their dicks the whole time, for as long as I can know. Even Donald Trump, who I kind of like, he's like, oh, I was the first guy to decide to move the embassy to Palestine or something, some shit like that. I'm like, how's that something that I can understand? The fact that you're stating that you're building the wall, that's a good thing. I can understand that you have the least worklessness, least amount of workless people in how many years. That's a good thing. The economy is booming. You getting businesses to come back into America. That's all stuff that you can brag about. But why the fuck would you brag about moving your embassy from one place to another place in a small little country that has no hold over the world whatsoever? But anyway, South Africa has requested provisional measures, including the halt to military activity by Israel, while the accusation of genocide is considered by the ICJ. So, in other words, South Africa is now this true utopia of peacefulness and of righteousness. And now, to be dead honest, I don't like what Israel's doing. Okay, I don't like what Hamas is doing. The thing is, we sit on the background and we can comment about it, but it's for them to sort it out. Kids being killed, that's not cool. It's so uncool. It's not fair. But it's not fair because it happened in South Africa as well. Kids being boiled, being a kid's head being stuck into the bathtub with boiling water. So when they come to clean off the place, his skin stayed on onto the bathtub at the bottom of the bathtub. It was peeled off by the hot water. That's the way that kids were killed on farms, and that's not genocide, not at all. The UN decided, no, it's not. Fucking America decided, the rest of the world, and I mean, there was a huge campaign. They rather attacked the people who made videos about it. I mean, the two women that Katie, I can't remember her name, but there were two ladies that made films about this, and they were, there's the word, ostracized because of that. I mean, so Laura Southern was the other one, and she even actually, after that movie, she sort of stopped. I think she made one documentary after that. She did a tour with um, of New Zealand and Australia with Stephen Molyneux, and which was quite fun to watch. And after that, she just disappeared off the screen, face of the earth. So I know she still has a YouTube channel and stuff, and she came back, but nobody knows what happened there. And in my honest opinion, I think she got threatened because of the shit rat that she opened. So South Africa's genocide case against Israel explained. Let's go there. The Daily Telegraph is telling us what it is about. So let's read this. Let me stop ranting and raving about the whiteism. Yes, I'm using what's his name's term, whiteism, not racism, whiteism. I think it's in the dictionary. Let's Google that quickly. How do you spell white? Whiteism. Let's see if it pops up or something. Whiteism. Oh, there's a couple of whiteism. Okay, let's look at the first one. Whiteism defined dictionary examples. Use an examples. Witty remark or sentence. It's okay. So if you Google whiteism, not like racism, it hasn't got the same meaning. It means a witty remark. Okay, let's go. Whiteism spelled or not. Perhaps whiteism, not recognize white as a dominating color, nor the unearned power or privilege associated with having white skin. Have a sense of white entitlement and lacking awareness of the experience and perspectives of non-white skinned people is a condition that more white people must begin to. Here's a whole paper written about it. So that's the, okay, so the whiteism is spelled whiteism. Okay, so there's somebody that wrote a paper on whiteism. So we need to start using that. Poor whiteism, white maternal methodology, blah, blah, blah. I can't even remember. Okay, where was we? Where were we at? We were at South Africa's genocide against Israel explained. The International Court of Justice will hand down a highly anticipated ruling on Friday in South Africa's case against Israel over alleged genocidal acts in Gaza. Here are some key questions about a case that has drawn global interest. Will the court decide whether Israel is committing genocide? Well, that's ironic because, well, they should be able to be very good at this because they were able to hide genocide in South Africa for so long that, I think they know the ropes around the legal definitions of genocide. So let's give the South African government the dues where it's needed. They know how to hide genocide, so they will probably know if Israel is busy with genocide. No, at this stage, the ICJ is only deciding whether to impose emergency order on Israel, provisional measures in the court jargon. Is Israel going to listen to them even? To be dead honest. Let me just move this thing. I want to move this over to the TV. My neck is starting to feel it. Okay, where was I? A ruling of whether Israel is committing genocide in Gaza will be for a second stage of the procedure and is likely to take years. Ask me, it takes years, yes. And then the UN just makes it go away because it's a black country. But anyway, with white people living in it, shame. We put everything in place.